petition the council to put up, you know, some kind of plaque there so that people will know. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. They don't care, you know. So in that way, it was great to get away. I mean, saying that, the town next to it, which is where I actually grew up, and Simon as well, they did put a little plaque up on the subway that was like the inspiration for the Subway song on the first album. They put a little plaque up there, and you know, so that was kind of good. My mother would have liked that if she was still alive. She would have gone taking a picture next to it, you know. But yeah, other than that, you know, the fact it was so sort of apathetic and nobody really wanted to change that, and I think it's still kind of the same. So, you know, I think in that way, the fact it was so bad is what propelled us outwards, you know. So thanks, Crawley.
All right, Martin, I'm mindful of our time here. We have time for a few more questions, or where are we at?
Yeah, as long as, is that all right with you, Lol, if we have a few more questions?
Oh, yeah, I'm okay, because it's pretty early in the afternoon, and it's nice. It's nice chatting.
Cool.
Okay. So then a question came in from a person named Joe. How do you describe the feeling that you get knowing that there are fans who actually idolize you?
You know, I guess I feel humbled and flattered at the same time that anybody would think that. Sometimes it's a little scary. You know, I did a book event. Actually, I think it was in Mexico City, and when I turned up, you know, the whole place was full, and they have security guards for me for a book event. You know, armed security guards, guys with big guns standing next to me as I'm doing things. And the people in the bookstore said it's the first time we've ever had armed security for a book signing. And so that side of it can be a bit freaky, because, you know, I want to get close to people and I want to talk to them and I want to do things with them. But sometimes, you know, I always think of, I don't put myself in the same boat at all, but I always think of, like, you know, Mark Chapman and John Lennon. There are some people out there who, whatever is going on is not quite what should be going on, let's put it that way. And so that's the bad side of it, but everything else is wonderful. Of course, you know, it's nice, it's flattering, of course, you know, and humbling, you know.
All right, and this is one, as a touring musician, I think that you could do an entire session just on this, but definitely curious to hear the answer to this question. Molly Kelly asks, what is the single weirdest thing that you have seen on tour?
Wow.
Actually, I don't know, really. I mean, there are a million things, but I did see something weird that I put up today on my Twitter page. It was not weird, it was just like something that would never happen to you and happened to me. I went a few years ago to the Grammys here in Los Angeles, and I went to a Grammy party afterwards, because that's the best thing about it. The Grammys themselves are deadly boring. You sit there for 5-6 hours, and you know. And I was running around this sort of backstage area with, you know, maze of tunnels, and I came around the corner straight into Little Richard, standing right in front of me. And we both had this like second where we just sort of looked at each other, and he smiled, I smiled, and we waved, and we went on, and it was like meeting God. You know, it was like meeting the God of music was right there in front of me, you know, and so that was a heart stopper, really. You know, so that was a weird thing, and I just thought about it today, because unfortunately he passed away. So.
Yeah, given today's news, very timely.
87.
Yeah, 87's not bad. If I get to 87, I'll be very happy. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if this is the same Molly, but another Molly has asked, do you have any advice for young, inexperienced musicians who are just starting out?
All CURE fans are called Molly, by the way. know, my son is a young musician. You know, he's 28 and he has a band, and it's a lot harder now in some ways, I think, because of the internet. You know, there's so much stuff that you can see. You can just dial on, get on your phone. You've got stuff. When I first started playing in the late 70s, and when I first came to America, we could tour around the whole of America playing small clubs, colleges, anywhere. We could do it 5, 6 nights a week for months on end, and we could support ourselves. And it was relatively easy. You know, there came a point where both me and Michael, Robert didn't have to because Robert never had a job, but me and Michael just said, okay, next week we'll stop working and we're going to go full-time as professional musicians. And you could kind of do it, you know, you could support yourself enough to be able to do it. Now I think it's almost impossible, you know. It's like, unless you've got a great, you know, benefactor behind you, or you can actually get it the wherewithal to manufacture a lot of merchandise and things like that. It's very hard, I think, for new bands to make it in that kind of traditional way, really, you know. So I think the best advice I can give is just find what is your difference and make that your selling point, because that's how you're going to be able to live, you know.
All right, and maybe just being cognizant of time here, maybe one last question, then we'll hand this back to Martin for the closing thoughts. But last one here says, this is from Melissa, who writes, I have always been fascinated with the pornography album's towering, nightmarish wall of sound, but what things in life terrify you? Places, people, works of art, etc.
I don't know. I tried to, you know, I'm not fearless for sure, but I try to not dwell on the things that make me scared, because then all I'll do is be scared. I don't know. I mean, you know, the most obvious thing that scares me is who's sitting in the White House right now. That scares the hell out of me, you know. But, you know, I am a citizen, so I can vote. You know, that's what I'm going to do. So everybody get out and vote, you know. That's the only way you're going to change anything. I don't know. You know, the older I get, the less scared I get about things, because I'm aware that, you know, every day on this side of the grass is actually pretty good, you know. So I try to focus on that rather than, you know, eternity.
And then the last thing, any other projects you care to tag before we wrap?
No, I mean, I've got a lot of things in, just like Martin, I've got a lot of things, you know, on the back burner going, and they should see the light of day sooner or later, you know.
All right, we'll hand this back to Martin. Cheers, Will.
Hey, thanks, William. Thanks, Sarah. Are you DJing tonight, Sarah?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're DJing an online version of a club we would normally be doing live. But,
so how does one do that? How does one do that? Do you sit behind decks and dance up and down, or
basically
much, yeah.
a little less bounce, but
we had to figure it out, you know, from the tech point of view, and the only other problem we're having is everyone else in the world had the same idea at the same time. So. Yeah. I had this thing. Somebody asked me recently, you know, to do a charity benefit for a big hospital here, and they were trying to put, you know, oh, well, you could all play live, and I said, yeah, but you know, you might think the technology is up to date to be able to do that, but not across the world. You know, it won't happen. You know, so trying to figure out ways. A friend of mine who's a DJ, he lives on a boat, and he DJ'd from his boat the other day, which was kind of funny, you know, because it's up and down like this, and he's DJing, you know. But it was interesting. Yeah, I know everybody's trying to do it this way, and well, thank God we have this way. Otherwise, we'd all be, you know, just sitting in our four walls, right? Absolutely, that's the only way to connect.
Right. Yeah, we've lost our actual work as start from our passion with this. So We've tried different platforms. We like Twitch. So if anyone wants to check us out.
So yeah, we've been DJing through there, and then our band is doing our band, the Bellwether Syndicate, shameless plug, is doing a live stream on Twitch next Friday as well.
If you want to put the links in the chat, everybody's checking out the chat. That would be great. I remember
Fantastic. Thanks, Martin.
I remember when we both DJ'd the last time you were in Chicago.
Yes, we did.
Exactly the same songs. We both had all the same songs. It was a fun kind of.
It was a fun night. It was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Is there anybody from that era that doesn't play Tiger Feet by Mud?
You know, it's funny. You know, the Les Gray, who was the singer in Mud, used to go to the pub that I used to go to when I lived in London. Me and Robert used to go to this one pub. It was like halfway between where we both lived. And we would go to this pub, and every Christmas, Les would get up and sing the other Mud song about it would be lonely this Christmas, you know.
Without You to Hold.
Without You to Hold, yes. And Les would do it after he was, let's put it this way, he'd had a few shandies when he would do it. And it was kind of great, but, you know. Only in England can that kind of crap happen. Yeah.
Yes. 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 Well, thanks, William. Thanks, Sarah, for doing this.
Thanks so much. Cheers, Martin.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody else.